Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Let's go, fellas.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. He's checking, he's checking, he's
on second down, Conner looking for space. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
You go tight. You got tight. No, that's right there. Jim. Check 3. Swing.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check 26, check 26.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Switch gears.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jamal Sheard on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
36. Check 4. Kill. Check 52.
Right back to Connor here on first. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Go. Hatchet. 25.
Now Connor.
Under 10.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
65. Check 3. Who's right feet? Slap. Undercrush.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Down. 185. Watch 18. 3 bud. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. We got it. Express. Mike, 55.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check 24, check 24. Showing it. Wide, get wide. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long day. Watch the end. Check 15, check 15. Rush in. Watch the twist.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Now, Mulaney. Watch it, Here we go. He's coming. We got double up. Switch. Check nickel. Watch out. Low.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55, right there in the middle. Hey, wahoo!
From the 31, Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Kill.
They start the drive with Connor. Shoves him aside. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5. And the catch made by Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
Alert 3.
They'll look to throw here. Screen pass to Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here we go. Defensive flag. Check 55, please. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Shit. Switch. Check 13.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready? And read. Mike 58, right there. Yo-yo jump.
He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's crashing. He's checking it. Watch safety creep. Safety screaming.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And for the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Watch what they do. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
55, right there in the middle, 55. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing again. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they got the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, a give to counter. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, watch it, watch it. SOS. SOS.
Mike's 57's Mike.
On the counter, it's Connor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
57's the Mike. Coming. 57. Mike, 57.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Back to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
On the run is Connor. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
57's Mike. Mike, 57.
2nd and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Watch the ship.
On first down, Connor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Check safety. Tighten up. He's checking. Crash. Shit. Watch the shit. You go tight.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Jam. Check 3. Check 26. Kill, go. Check 37.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Switch gears. Hey, check 24. Safe. No, take it. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Here what? Go. On the ball. Here I come.
They'll look to run with Connor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On play action, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 61 yards. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. No. Right Monday, down. 36. Express. Mike 55.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
It's just me and you.
From the 16, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put him through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Get that ball. Hatchet. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Cut.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. He's got it to Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Carr now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
To throw again. Carr. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a play fake. Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 11. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go.
Now back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because there's confidence has to...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down, it's Connor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Go, go. He's coming.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I got you. I got you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Leo. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Check right. Watch it, divide.
Hey, that's
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 48 yards. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. He's back to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Let's go. Shoot. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Watch the safety creep.
Watch home, go. Watch twits. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
It's third down and goal to go.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Here we go.
Off. 58, boy. 58. 58 to Mike.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.